Yo guys, what's going on? BF5King here, and today I'm going to give you some really useful tips on how you can play the medic class in a much more beneficial way, which will get you and your team much more revives and much more heals, and will also get you a lot more points to help you level up your medic class. So firstly, one of the most important things to do as a medic is to spot dead friendlies waiting to be revived, as this will let them know that a medic is going to revive them. Most of the time when people die, they tend not to wait around for very long, so they just skip the bleed out screen instantly to go back to that deploy menu. But if you do spot somebody while they're currently in the bleed out screen, they will get a notification letting them know that a medic is on their way to revive them. This is something which not a whole lot of new Battlefield players know about, as this feature was only introduced midway into Battlefield 1's life cycle. Doing this will get you much more revives, giving your team a higher chance of winning the game, and will also grant you a lot more points to level up your medic class. My second tip here is one which will become a subconscious habit over time as you do it more and more, and this is to just constantly throw out medic bags. Usually you're only going to be alerted to drop out a med bag when friendlies around you have taken damage and when they're in need of first aid, but a lot of the time when you're near a large group of friendly players, dropping out these med bags every 30 or 40 seconds will help your team out massively, as that icon above their heads letting you know that they're in need of first aid won't always pop up. So by constantly throwing out these med bags, this will ensure that your squad is always at 100% health. So for my next point here, this is one that is extremely important, and that is always choose the bandage gadget rather than the medic crate. The main difference being that the medical crate is placed down in one location and players have to manually go up to it themselves and hold the interact button to heal, and only one of these can be deployed at a time. But with the bandages are far better, as on the other hand they can be thrown to teammates from a far distance. You have an unlimited amount of them, and this will give you far more points and will heal your team in a much easier way, as players don't actually have to go up to you or one of your gadgets. You can simply keep throwing these out on the go, and that will keep the points flowing in and the health points flowing out. So make sure to keep that in mind when you're customizing your medic class. So while on the topic of customizing classes, DICE has implemented the brand new combat role system, which is basically just like the squad upgrade system from Battlefield 4. When you first start up Battlefield 5 and choose the medic class, you will automatically have the field medic combat role, as this is the level 0 standard. The field medic gives you the healer trait, which gains you additional requisition for your squad by providing them with bandages, and it also gives you the swift effort trait, which allows you to sprint faster when you've spotted a dying teammate in need of reviving, which I personally think this is the better of the two combat roles, and as it is much more team based, and it supports the previous points which I've just made, both spotting down teammates and throwing bandages every 30 to 40 seconds. Now for the next combat role here, this is the combat medic, which gives you longer reach with melee weapons, pretty useless in my opinion, and allows you to sprint faster while at critical health. So it really is nothing special whatsoever and doesn't provide your squad with a very big advantage whatsoever. So that's why I suggest that you keep your combat role as the level 0 standard, being the field medic, as it is much more beneficial for your team. So the meta class has really seen some massive changes this time around, and for both new and experienced players of the franchise, these changes will take a little while to get used to, but hopefully with this video, you guys will now have a better idea of how you can play the meta class much more effectively and help out your team much more. If you want to see videos just like this one, make sure you go ahead and click the like button, and also go ahead and click that bell and subscribe icon to stay up to date with all of the most recent Battlefield 5 news and updates. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you in the next Battlefield video.